It is a rainy, soggy Tuesday morning in April. Who would have thought?
I know. April showers,
You know,
May flowers.
it was kind of a little bit more heavier last night than I was expecting, but nothing severe.
No. I mean, we really lucked out, and that's going to be the case for us today. Severe weather, though, expected over a good portion of Ohio, and they had some severe weather already in Ohio and Indiana, and there's going to be more as the day goes on. It was not like a one shot. You deal with it, the cold front moves by, and it ends. So. Not too far away from us, but not the case for us. Let's take a look at pinpoint Doppler radar. Nothing severe out there right now. It was for the meteorologist in areas that had severe weather. It was there were some problems getting National Weather Service radar, and
That's what you were saying when I got here.
It was kind of a very rough evening with not only you're dealing with severe weather, but then in many cases you're not getting radar data to go on the air with.
Right.
But, they made it through it. But the radar data is back, and it is showing rain in our area right now. It's mainly light. There are occasionally a few little pockets of moderate rain. No severe weather here. Severe weather, though, is anticipated today not too far to the south. And the Storm Prediction Center, they have a good portion of the state of Ohio, parts of Kentucky and Indiana, moderate risk of severe weather. So that's a level 4 out of 5. You can't get much higher than that, so that's not good. In our area, that kind of light green shading in the Lansing area, Jackson area, might be a thunderstorm, but wouldn't be severe.
That's like a 0.
That's
right?
like a 0. And then right near the state line, so Hillsdale, Adrian, you might see a storm kind of wander in from the south that contains either hail or some gusty winds. But it's really to our south where the threat of severe weather is in place for today. Satellite and the radar showing. You look around Cincinnati, they had one round of storms earlier this morning, got another round kind of racing into that vicinity. You can see the showers and storms kind of flaring up again over parts of Missouri. Current temperatures, while we are in the 30s in the state of Michigan, not too far to the south, Indianapolis. These are the current ratings, not the predicted highs. They're sitting at 57, St. Louis at 60. And as we were talking about yesterday, there's kind of a front stalled out in this general vicinity, and it's kind of
Looks like it hasn't moved much.
No, that's kind of the focal point as one area of low pressure after another kind of moves up and along that front. So that is where things are going to be active today. And again, it is just to our south. We're in a little more stable air where we are to the north, but we are going to deal with the raindrops. Look at the satellite and the radar, a little closer view. Notice up around Mount Pleasant or so, there's a couple of snowflakes mixed in with the raindrops.
Looks like it changes pretty fast, too.
It does. For us today, I think we're warm enough that everything we see will be raindrops.
Okay.
And matter of fact, this little more steady rain that is going on, with southern Wisconsin, north of Chicago, that's kind of moving our way. So we're going to deal with that today. Farther to the north, parts of the Upper Peninsula, could be talking like a foot of snow around Marquette, maybe even a little more than that. So
I'll have to check in with them.
yeah, I have to ask them what they're anticipating today. They're not dealing with it yet, but one of those areas of low pressure kind of breaks away from the front. It wanders up towards lower Michigan, and then it's just going to kind of meander around.
Okay.
Meander's a good word, and we don't use it enough.
We don't.
And basically, it's just going to kind of spin around a few times, like head up north, come back down, and by Thursday, let's say later in the day, it slides off to the east. But
Can you spell meander?
Meander, I would think,
Check it.
or Mender. Meander.
Yep,
See,
there you go.
See,
Nice.
Broken clock is right twice a day. Just thought I would share that with you. So noon today, a few showers in our area. Could be a steadier rain once you get north of Lansing, and notice the snowflakes, parts of northern lower Michigan and over Wisconsin. Just dealing with those on and off showers, maybe a stray thunderstorm a little bit later on in the afternoon. Notice, you get west of Milwaukee, it's snow, and they're going to see a lot of snow there, the western end of the UP. And then this pattern is just going to be with us on and off tonight and tomorrow, and then again on Thursday. And then finally we get this low to pull a little farther off to the east. So raindrops at 10 a.m., 40 degrees, clouds 42 at noon. We have some rain showers at 4 p.m., 47, 48. at 8 o'clock this evening. Next 10 days. For us, tonight, Wednesday, Thursday, they look worse graphically than they're going to be. So you're going to get up in the morning. There may be some raindrops and or snowflakes. As the day goes on, it's widely scattered rain showers. That'll be the case on Thursday, too. It's breezy both days. Wind gusts, up around 25 or so miles per hour. Highs in the low 40s. Now, Friday, we break out into partly cloudy skies. Should be some sun for the weekend. Highs are in the 50s. Monday, right now looks partly cloudy. We did have to throw in the chance of maybe a shower later in the day. Hopefully the eclipse is done and you're not going to get your fancy cardboard viewing glasses all wet.
Yeah.
Lug nuts next Tuesday looks pretty good. 65,
Good.
partly
Great,
cloudy, and then we have
actually.
some showers Wednesday and Thursday. Crosstown Showdown tomorrow evening. If you're going, it's going to be cold. You may have to dodge a few raindrops too, but they might be able to get it in because I don't think it's the situation where it's heavy rain or anything
It's just
like
going to be
that.
cold.
Yeah, but it's early.
Cold for baseball.
It's early April, and we do this quite
baseball.
up. It's sometimes you see snow, sometimes you have snow delays. You can always check out the latest radar. You can keep track of the storms down south in Ohio and Indiana. If you have friends there, on the News 10 First Alert weather app, it's free. Look for it on Google Play and the Apple App Store. And the radar is back up and operating.
All right. Good
But kind of scary stuff. Like you had
is.
middle of the night, storms that were producing tornadoes around St. Louis, and basically the radars on most of the apps that you would get, radar used, National Weather Service, at 1:30 in the morning, it stopped updating, and it took several hours for that problem to be fixed.
It is scary. Shows you how much we need that stuff.
We do. I mean, luckily, in the case of the folks who are putting out the warnings, so let's say like here in the Lansing area, National Weather Service in Grand Rapids, the radar is there, so they're not depending on the internet.
True.
They can just work on it right there. It's a direct connection. So, the warnings were getting out. It's just if you went to look at the radar, there was nothing to see. There was an hour and a half or 2 hour old radar picture.
The warnings would go out on the app, right?
On our app, absolutely. So that information was still getting out. But
Alright.
it was kind of going, this rain has not moved, and the data's not working.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just here, it wasn't just our weather vendor, it's everybody.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Darren. We're going to have Justin in here in just a little bit. He will be joining Taylor Gattoni on News 10 Today at 11, and here is what you can expect there. There is a new problem with federal financial aid forms that could further delay student aid awards. So we're going to have more on that from the Department of Education. Plus, there is a new push to prevent cars from being stolen right here in mid-Michigan. We're going to tell you what the Automobile Theft Prevention Authority is doing to combat the problem. And later today, former President Donald Trump will be in Michigan. He's expected to speak at a crowd in the at the Grand Rapids Convention Center and talk about Joe Biden's border policies. So that's what we've got coming up.
Okay.
And did you do something?
I didn't do anything.
Oh, okay then. We can just take this down. I thought you were messing with something over here.
I was thinking about it, and then I didn't do it.
Okay.
Because I didn't know what I was doing, and I thought if I messed with it, I would mess it up, so I didn't touch
That's
it.
usually how it goes.
Oh,
All right.
I've learned.
We'll be back here at 2 o'clock with Taylor Gattoni. She'll have more from Studio 10 and what they are working on for their show at 3 o'clock. Plus, we're going to check in with Justin again to see the latest weather. And we will hear from our news team on what they are working on for over 90 minutes of news. It starts with First at 4. Until then, make sure you check your First Alert weather app, and we will see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, we will.
Have a good day.